Hey look, the boss man just picked up 120 pounds of sunflower seed. We're gonna be fat and happy all winter. Looks like he hit the Black Friday sale at Tractor Supply. That's very generous. I hope he got something for himself, like those little sausages made from mechanically separated chicken, or maybe a roll of bubble foil. Hey look, the old man scored some bubble foil.
I'm greasing up the pins for the plow. I like to use Vaseline for stuff like this. It's actually a really good rust preventative. I discovered this by accident when I had my sawmill. There was a lot of threaded items that were out to the weather that I was cranking on all the time to move things up and down and left and right. And I didn't have any grease. And I just grabbed some Vaseline and I used it, and nothing ever rusted after that. And it's a great lubricant, of course. But the reason why I don't use the grease from my grease gun and stuff like that, and I prefer the Vaseline, because if you get it on your hands or your clothing, there's no big deal. And that other grease, when you're working with grease, it gets on everything. And if this gets on your skin, it's no big deal. It works great. So that's my go-to lubricant for stuff like this now. I use it on my trailer hitch and everything. That'll make life easier right now. You know, for about 6 months of the year, we burn the stove 24 hours a day. Except for, you might get a warm spell in the wintertime where we shut it down just so we can clean out the ash out of the firebox. Once that we're burning fairly steady like we are now, I'm going to burn it without the chimney cap. It just draws so much better that way. But, you know, like in the fall and the spring or through the summer when you're not burning, I keep the cap on it, of course, to keep the weather out. But I've talked about metalbestos pipe in the past, how, as far as I'm concerned, it's the only way to go. It's easy to install, very, very safe. I can't say enough good stuff about it. The thing I like about it the most is, okay, you're going to get soot buildup and some creosote, sure, but it doesn't really stick to the pipe. You want to knock it off? I was just using a piece of PVC with no brush on it, and it just falls right off. It doesn't really have anything to adhere to. And with a masonry chimney and those ceramic or clay flue tiles, it sticks right to it and it stays stuck until it dries out after burning season. But this just pops right off. You can look at this right here. There's nothing there. You just touch it and it falls right off. It's the way to go. Now, even though it's unsightly, I'm going to leave that ladder there for the winter. Always do that, because we heat with wood. It's burning 24 hours a day. We're way back in here. There's not going to be any fire trucks coming to the rescue. So we have an issue, chimney fire, whatever. I can run right up that ladder and throw some baking soda down the chimney. I don't got to mess with chimney cap, nothing. Everything is ready to go. Yep. Sometimes you got to take some extra precautions, you know, when you live in remote like this. But we're all set. She's all cleaned out. She'll be breathing good now. And Mama can bake some more pie. Are you helping cleaning the chimney, Tildy?
Let Tildy help her.
Mama's got the dirty job. I had the high work. Mama's got the dirty job. Tildy's got the entertainment. Oh, I got to spin. Pull, go, and spin.
That doesn't seem very helpful.
That is helpful. It's entertainment. Frankie's got the right idea for the job. He does. Yeah, he's Tildy. Little busybody. Keeping me up. The building looks nice in the morning sun. Huh? I'll just never get tired of looking at that. I don't have a fire in here. I didn't have a fire last night. You can see the frost on the roof there. Look how sunny it is in here. Yeah, green. Tomatoes, little cherry tomatoes ripe. Flowers blooming. And more flowers blooming. Yeah. Petunias. Radishes growing up there. Look at that tomato plant. It's got a little red tomato on it. Yeah. That's a little slice of heaven it is in here. Huh? Yeah. Well, while I'm on the dirty job of cleaning out chimneys, I'm going to go ahead and clean this one out. This is coming out of the wall of the greenhouse, although I don't expect there to be much in there. We're going to find out. Now, up until recently, if somebody were to ask me, what do I prefer, going straight up through the roof with a chimney or going out the wall and then up, my answer was always the same, and I would choose straight up through the roof. Because the straighter your chimney is, the better it's going to draw, and the better that it draws, the less smoke you're going to have coming out of the wood stove when you're tending your fire and stuff like that. The more twists and turns you have in your chimney, the more places that you're going to be slowing the draft of smoke down. And when you slow the smoke down, it adheres to everything. And you're going to create pinch points. And then before long, you're going to have a clog. And then you're going to have a lot of smoke coming out of your wood stove when you tend the fire. So I always chose going straight up. And I guess that's still really my preference. But now that I have a through-the-wall kit, I'm finding some advantages to this type of installation. When I put the through-the-wall kit in the workshop, and then this one here, this is the first time in my life I have ever done a through-the-wall kit with metalbestos. I'll put the link to all this stuff in the description below so you can look at the specs and prices and all that jazz. I did it here because I didn't want to go through the metal roof or through the plastic roof with a pipe. Well, I'm finding it's very advantageous when it comes to cleaning out the chimney. Because you saw what I had to go through at the camp. I climbed up the ladder, and then I dismantled part of the chimney and took it down and cleaned it out, and then I ran my piece of PVC pipe down from the top. And if that chimney was any taller than that, it would have been that much harder for me to accomplish that task. But with the through-the-wall kit, I don't have to climb up there to do it because it's got a clean out right here, and I'm going to go ahead and run my piece of PVC up from the bottom. This is the first time I've ever done it. I have not done it yet, so this will be the first time I've ever done it. We'll see how it goes. But I think it's going to be way easier than what I was doing at the camp there. Let's see. A little bit of creosote there. This is just a piece of PVC pipe. This is, I think, 3/4. I don't really see the need to use a brush. A brush fits in the pipe really tight, bulling and jamming. I don't feel the need for it with this metalbestos. The stuff just falls right off. in there. Not really. I'd be fighting this with a brush, you know. Trying to knock some off of the cap right now. Perfect. Trying to reach up inside that side pipe, I don't really feel anything. Yeah. All done. That was easy. I'm going to put this back in place. And then it's just got this little thing that slides through and keeps it there. All done, man. Well, isn't that just a game changer? That was certainly a lot easier than climbing up a ladder and getting on the roof to mess with the chimney. And do it right here from the ground. I can see the advantages of having a through-the-wall chimney now. Yeah. I tell you, if you go through the wall and you have a bend, and then you're finding a lot more smoke pouring out of your chimney when you're tending the fire, come out and check your elbow, because creosote and stuff is going to fall and then it's going to gather right here. What you don't want is to come out with an elbow. You always want to have a T with a little bit of pipe here, so when the creosote and stuff does fall down, you have some room here before it starts blocking the airway. A while back in the sidebar, I saw someone had a bush cabin or something, off-grid cabin, and he has a regular stovepipe coming out and then it elbows and it goes up. And it's on the eave, the drip wall of the cabin, and it's a metal roof. And I'm going, wow, this is one mistake after another, and he was flirting with disaster, because for one thing, if you have an elbow, it's going to clog, okay? In a short amount of time, soot and stuff's going to fall down, it's got no place to go, so it's going to gather in the elbow. But he's got it on the eave wall of a metal roof, and stuff is going to fall down and just rip that down. And if it doesn't, when the fire's going, goodbye cabin. Yeah, you don't want to do that. You know, you want to play it safe when you're messing with a wood stove. All right, now that I got the chimney all set, there's nothing to be concerned about. I'm getting a fire kindled in here. It's fairly mild today. The plants in here don't really need a fire, but I started a couple of trays of seeds 2 days ago, and I want to make sure that they germinate. So I know it's going to cool down in here tonight, so I'm going to go ahead and get a fire kindled now that the chimney's all set. Yeah. A lot of people have been asking if I would do more instructional videos like the ones I've done for installing the pull-down stair unit and a bunch of other things that I've done in the past. When we put in these through-the-wall kits, we filmed the entire process, and I've been intending on making an instructional video on how to install the chimney pipe. I was waiting because I was going to be doing another installation where it goes up through a ceiling and then up through the roof, and I was going to combine the two together, but I decided to put that project on hold for a while, and since I have all of this footage, I will be doing that instructional video sometime soon. So if you have an interest in that, make sure you subscribe so you could get the update for that. Yeah. These metalbestos chimneys, I just love them. Yeah. So anyway, we are all set for winter, folks. The chimneys are clean. The kitchen queens have been all cleaned out. All the wood stoves are ready. We have tons of firewood put up. We have tons of kindling all stacked and split and put under cover. Birch bark all cached away. We are ready. And this is going to be our 4th winter on the mountain already. Unbelievable, huh? We've come a long way since 2017, since we moved up to the mountain. Yeah, So anyway, I'm going to get this video put out this evening. We're going to head to town. I'll get it uploaded to you. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I know that we did. We had some great times, great food with some really good friends of ours. And then came home and had a nice quiet evening up here in the mountain. Yeah. So that's it for now, folks. All the best to you, and God bless.
Frankie and the boss out walking in the woods, living life happy and free. Tracks in the snow everywhere they go. There's a porky way up in that tree. A beaver built a pond where they have some fun, taking life a day at a time. Best friends until the end. Frankie and the boss. Frankie and the boss. Frankie and the boss.